Good morning, friend. Today we are going to start up a new chapter, chapter 8, comparing quantities. In this chapter, first we recall about the ratio and percentage. After that, we will learn about profit loss and then simple interest and compound interest. In this video, first we understand what is ratio and what is percentage. Ratio. Ratio means comparing two quantities. Generally, we use ratio for comparing two quantities. It indicates how many times one number contains another. Okay, suppose we have a box which contains some circle shape and some triangular shape. Then the ratio of number of circles to number of triangle is, here number of circle is 6 and number of triangle is 3. Then we put these two dots between them which represent the ratio. So we read it as 6:3 and this dot represents ratio. We also represent ratio in the form of fraction. Suppose we have to represent 6:3 as a fraction, then we can write it as 6/3. We also simplified this ratio in a simple form as 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. Then their simple ratio is 2/1 means 2:1. So we read this ratio as 2:1 and it is represented by 2 dot or in the form of fraction also. Now we understand what is equivalent fraction. Equivalent ratio. Equivalent ratio. Equivalent ratio. When two ratios have the same value, then they are said to be an equivalent ratio. And suppose we have a four ratios, A ratio B is equal to C ratio D, then A ratio B and C ratio D are the equivalent ratio. Suppose we have a ratio 2/4 and we have a ratio 3/6. When we solve these two ratios, then we get 1/2 and here 1/2 also. Then 2/4 and 3/6 is said to be an equivalent ratio. We also convert any ratio in equivalent ratio by multiplying or dividing a fixed number to it. Okay. Now we understand what is percentage. Percentage. When we broke this percentage word in a two part, then it is like per and cent. Then per means by and cent means 100. So percentage means 1/100. When we calculate any number as a percentage, then we represent any number out of 100. Suppose we write 80%, then it means it is equal to 80 out of 100. Okay. Now when we convert this percentage in a fraction, then it is equal to 80. And this sign represents 1/100, then put 100 below them. So when we simplify, we get, cut this 0 to 2 and 2, 4 and 5. Then when we convert this percentage into fraction, we get 4/5. Same as we convert fraction into percentage also. Suppose we have to convert 1/2 in percentage, then we multiply this half to 100%. Then it is equal to half into 100%. Then this 2 cut is 100 to 50 times. Then half is equal to 50%. Okay. Now, suppose we have to convert percentage in a decimal form. Then we have to do, suppose we have 65% and we have to convert it into decimal form, then 65% is equal to 65 by 100, and we can directly write it as 0.65. So now we also represent percentage in a decimal form. Okay. Now we understand ratio, percentage as a ratio. Suppose we have 90%, then it means 90 by 100. This 0 is cut to this 0, then our fraction is 9 by 10. So 90% is also all equal to 9 ratio 10. Okay. So on the basis of these concepts, we can solve our exercise related to this chapter. Thank you.